All right. All right, all right. Welcome back. Let's play some video games. This seems easy. True. True. This really seems easy. Very, very good descriptor. Lunar Moon and Jim Bob Sherwood. Thank you guys for the subs. Okay, so let's remember where we're at. And Kun, thanks for the prime. I appreciate it. Okay. So up next, we theoretically have Gold Godfrey. Theoretically. Okay. He deals standard damage. Is a broad category and acts as a catch-all for all physically dealt damage outside of 3 subcategories. For any other physical attacks that do not fall into... Huh. Okay. Well, let's take a look at the armor. So I'm assuming that just means that it's got to be the physical that we're looking at, which should be all Bullgoat, I would imagine. If that's what I wanted to go for. Yeah. Okay. And Hen. Thanks for the tier 1. We can probably upgrade this a little bit more. I need to find... Thank fuck Fextra Life is offline today. Not gonna screw over my wiki browsing experience. What am I looking up? Smithing Stone 6. Would Radahn's armor help with this run? I don't think Radahn's armor is the best at, like, anything. It's got 72 poise, which is not very high. 41.6 weight. Let's go compare it to scaled armor, because this is usually considered the best lightweight armor. Scaled set is lighter with very similar poise. But Radahn's armor has a little bit more resistance. Well, physical resistance. It's very similar on elemental. And then Bullgoat is just the best armor. Oh, this is not the set. That does a lot more poise. And just has higher resistance. Obviously weighs more. But I don't know, general Radahn set doesn't really find a niche anywhere. I suppose its niche is easy to get. Decent armor that's easy to get. But as far as like best option, it doesn't have much going for it. Okay, Two found north. Oh, we definitely could have got this earlier. How much? I don't have any 6s, which means I need a total of 6 6s. We can get 2 from there. Darkovsky, thanks for the prime. 2 from there. There's gotta be... I already picked up some from Volcano Manor. The easy ones to get from there. Sealed tunnel. We can get 3 from the sealed tunnel. 2 from just outside Lane Dell. And then I need 1 extra. Shunning Grounds video location. This is not the Shunning Grounds. What the fuck? All right. I need 1 more. Found on a body at the little patio. What is this? Alright, sick link. Love to see it. Oops. There's no reason to get 2 great maces. Okay, where am I gonna get this last one from? Okay, located an unbreakable statue near the Hermit Shack. Okay, I suppose we can go do that one. Fine. We gotta go... Gotta go the long way, though. Okay. I have a question, chat. Do you guys hear a weird ticking, or is that my heartbeat that I'm hearing in my ears? It might just be my headset. I don't fucking know, dude. Whatever, I can ignore it. Where am I going? Here. It's definitely there. I have no idea what would be causing it. I don't hear it anymore. So maybe it was from the game or something? I don't know. Okay. My favorite tutorial area? I don't know, dog. I'm gonna watch the Elden Ring jazz concert. No. 0 shots. Okay, so you know these skulls are just falling from the damn sky. The hell's going on? I don't know exactly where this statue is, but Hermit Shack is up here somewhere. We'll go find it. Ah, that looks like it. All right, come here, bear. Hey, dog. What are you doing? Come on. Ow. Come on. Ow. Brother. I'm gonna need you to make your way over here. Chief. Alright, that'll do. Let's drink up. Excuse you. Excuse you. Oh my Jesus. Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me. Streamer. Paradox, thanks for 120 bits. Excuse me. I believe you forgot something. Death's poker help. I don't know. I think Marais Executioner's sword might just fill that role better. The role of absolutely slamming a fuck ton of damage very fast. But even then, I'm not even sure how useful that type of weapon is gonna be on this run. Because if the weapon's not gonna be healing me, it has to do a lot of damage. Oh, it should do way, way, way more than 5k damage if you set it up correctly. Okay. Where am I going now? Going in here. Do I have enough to level up? Let me see. Well, I kind of need... Okay, we don't anyway. And I kind of need the runes to upgrade the weapon. Nico, thanks for the prime. Yeah, Blasphemous Blade obviously is an idea. It does upgrade with Sombers, which... I don't know, maybe for that reason it might Yeah, come to think, it's definitely better right now. 100% Blasphemous Blade has to be better before I get Prelate's Charge. For sure. So I should probably go switch over to that. Uh-oh. Oh, I didn't die. That's nice. Alright. Okay, we need... Alright, let me bust out of this right quick. Ow. Alright, those are the required smithing stones. I mean, we have mausoleums. Even if I ate Rykard's Remembrance. Not too concerned. I could probably take out this boss right now. Might as well, I think. Ow. Okay. Ow. Uh-oh. Ow. Okay. Across we go. Grab the thing. Don't know if we're gonna use it, but we might. Okay. Now time to see how this goes. Excuse you? Nice poise. I dodged. Okay, motherfucker, dude. We're gonna have to have a whole conversation again, aren't we? It's always gonna be a fucking explanation, huh? The boss missing and me dodging are not the same thing. Okay? The rule is not I need to go actively run into every single attack that they do, because that's impossible. It's impossible. Think about Elden Stars. I can't make all of Elden Stars hit me. Think about AoE attacks. I can't make all of AoE attacks hit me. I am not allowed to react to moves to dodge them. If the boss misses me for whatever reason, and it doesn't require me to react by strafing or dodging or doing anything, that's the rule, okay? All I'm hearing is excuses. No. All you're hearing is the rules. No way we're having this conversation. Bro, first fight. Literally the first fight I get into. Excuse me. Excuse me, you dodged. What am I doing? Going to the mausoleum. Oh, fuck. I haven't even gone to Weeping Peninsula yet. Taker's cameo any good? I don't even know what it does. Is that the heal on hit talisman? I'm pretty sure we're locked out of it because I already killed Rykard. Heal on kill. All right, no, that's dog shit. It's called trolling. No, 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 no. This is like an example of the Dunning-Kruger effect, I think, which makes the whole trolling atmosphere of online spaces even worse. If you guys don't know, Dunning-Kruger effect says that incompetent or inexperienced people in certain field, in whatever that field may be, tend to overestimate their abilities. Essentially because they just don't know what they don't know. They don't realize how much there is to learn about the thing that they don't know anything about. So they tend to think that they're better at it than they are. And competent people tend to think that they are less competent than they are because they know enough to know what they don't know. So they understand that there's a lot of things about the topic that they don't understand. And I think this is a bit of an example of that. Because when people say, nah, he's just trolling, you can't believe that somebody is stupid or inexperienced enough to be asking the question legitimately. And so you just have to believe that it's trolling. But in this circumstance, I really don't think it's that unreasonable of a question. I mean, it's one that we had to spend a lot of time talking about yesterday, and this guy probably just doesn't have all that context. But from your perspective, it may seem like, holy shit, who is this guy? What does he think he's doing? He has to be trolling, right? There's no way he's serious asking this question. But no, he's probably serious. He probably didn't think it all the way through like the rest of us have, or a decent portion of us have, because we were here yesterday talking about it. And this is something that shows up with like the trolling conversation really often. Where I imagine people with like above average experience of online spaces simply can't believe how inexperienced some other people in those online spaces are. So they just immediately say, all right, there's no way this guy's serious. He has to be trolling. But no. A lot of things that get called trolling aren't actually trolling. Some of it is, obviously. But there's a lot of false positives. Yes. Tesseraction. Experts tend to believe that they're more average than they are, and what they perceive to be the average level of intelligence about what they're an expert in is much higher than what the average level of intelligence is. And so they'll assume that people that don't know anything about a topic know like an average amount about, or a higher than average amount about a topic. A journalist? Fuck no. I'm a college dropout. Weapon was only healing like 40 HP and doing like 20 damage. You must have been using it against something like crazy resistant. What was my major? I went to school for chemical engineering. But I'd be lying if I told you I ever actually tried. I went to school because I essentially had to. The circumstance I was in, I was forced to. Or not forced to, but it made the most sense for me to do so. I was able to live at home while going to college for free. And obviously it's not like I had any money. So go to college or move out and figure out a job. And at that point, I was not ready to start any sort of career. And I'm very glad that I didn't. Because I did the stupid, very risky thing of starting streaming. And if I gave myself a fuck ton of obligations early on, I would have robbed myself of opportunity that has turned out very well for me. Alright, we take that. Let's go get Blasphemous Blade. Kale, thanks for the prime. Okay, what were the required stats on it? 21 faith, 22 strength. Okay, we can two-hand it. Faith is gonna be the issue here. What's our faith at? 8? Jesus. And I'm overloaded. Fuck. I mean, we can get +8 from talismans. And I guess we can get the faith tier in there as well. Yeah? Didn't scale with dex. Strength and faith, that's what we want. And I guess I can probably get the Dragon Crest Shield +1. Where is it from? I forget. Sainted Hero's Grave. All right, this one. Yes, okay. We'll go ahead there in a moment. And I suppose I'm just gonna use this for now. And we'll pick up the smithing stones required to level up Blasphemous Blade.
Well, I presume. Oh, I am.
They're streaming. Jesus Christ, bro. Okay, we got plenty of ones, got plenty of fours. We need to buy that. All right. And let's spend these runes while we got them. We're gonna need to go grab a 7. I suppose I'll do that first, just so that I can spend the runes. Is this the closest spot? I guess. It's bad about Fextra streaming. All the embeds lag the ever-living shit out of the wiki and serve as great view bots. It's very frustrating. I mean, technically, what Fextra is doing isn't view botting, but it's definitely artificially inflating their numbers. Because they're using real human people looking at the wiki and then using that to inflate. Oh, wait, shit, hold on. Okay, we're good. I got keys. Using that to inflate their Twitch viewership. So it's not technically bots that are looking at the stream, but it's definitely not legitimate viewers. Okay, we are potentially interested in the dagger talisman, so I'm gonna go pick that up. Oh, fuck. Okay, listen, that definitely counted as a strafe. But we aren't in a boss fight anyway, come on. Okay, there's the dagger talisman. Okay. We'll go pick up RKR. What Fextra is doing with the embed definitely skirts the TOS stuff on view botting. What Fextra is doing should definitely be against the rules. 100%. It objectively harms the Twitch community. The wiki doesn't, obviously. The wiki generally, I would say, is a net positive on the game. On the games that it makes wikis for. But what they're doing with the Twitch shit, nah, that definitely is bad for the website and bad for the directories that they stream in. Oh, you're kind of chunky. I don't think I can stagger you. Okay. I guess we're just not gonna fight this guy. That's fine. Just went to Fextra Life and it was interesting. Loot Time King, thanks for the tier 1. How do you have 3.3k views and so little chat? Well, view botting. Or something that is essentially view botting. Okay, let's go get the 8 and the 9 right now. Yeah, I mean, it's not like they're trying to hide it. This is obviously their business model. But upon thinking about it more yesterday, I said that Twitch probably likes Fextra Life doing what it's doing, but I don't think it does, or at least I don't think it should. Twitch shouldn't like what Fextra Life is doing. Because how many people queue into a category, click the highest viewer stream, see that it's not very entertaining, and go, wow, this game isn't very fun to watch. And that's not because the other streams are not entertaining. It's just because the viewership on the Fextra stream is nowhere close to proportionate to the content that's being provided. Like, their numbers are way inflated compared to how interesting their streams are. Because, you know, generally, streams have higher viewers the more interesting they are. Generally. But when you have a bunch of, like, very sketchily acquired viewers, that really tosses that ratio out the window.
Well, then I presume this.
Okay. We are leveling this more to mitigate the amount of runes that I'm holding. And now we are heading up to... I guess I should go... And actually, like, getting the max quantity of flasks may not even be necessary on this run, honestly. But I suppose we don't really have to go out of our way to do it, so I don't mind. Vextra just tends to stream whatever's like trending at the moment, which obviously I can't fault them for it. There's nothing wrong with doing that. The thing that's wrong is essentially view botting. Now, Physic Tier only gives you resistance to elemental damage. And yes, we will eventually get it. Excuse you? Fucking rude, bro. Didn't they patch that tier? I don't know. There's all sorts of conflicting information on Crimson World Bubble tier. The wiki has said for months at this point that it refunds 5% of your health bar for every hit you take or something like that. But from what I can tell, that's not how it works. It seems like you just don't take damage from elemental damage for 15 seconds. But I don't know. I've never used it. Does that include Black Flame? Black Flame functions as a status effect most of the time. But not all the time. I would imagine you take damage from the Black Flame status effect. You obviously don't take damage from the fire damage part of the direct impact of Black Flame because that's fire damage. There's a fucking chest here? Huh. It's news to me. There's another chest on the right side. Oh. Too bad we ain't gonna grab it, huh? Pancaked. Yeah, we're good. I wasn't sure. I thought she might be too agile, but now we're chilling. Hey, stop backstepping. What do you think this is, huh? Punk. I'm amazed that hit. Come here, bitch. Stop running away from me. Come here. What the fuck is this? Come here. God damn it, dude. brother. You bastard. All right, let's try this again. I think I put the faith tier into the physic, which I probably wasn't supposed to do right now. But whatever. Come here. Knocking me down. Holy shit! This is unbelievable. Okay, you know, do I actually need the black knife? Probably not. Aren't I running away? I sure am. What's the consequence to running away? What's that? It's resetting the fight? Absolute shocker. Would you look at that? We reset the fight. Okay, I don't know what's in here. Do I have the keys for it? Not really. I actually don't know. I might need extra keys. Okay. Locked Imp's room behind the stone sword key fog wall. When you reach the area with the big axes stomping the ground, you need to get on the first one and jump on the ledge to the left wall. Okay, that's not going to be a very useful map link. Big axes stomping the ground. You need to get on the first one and jump on the ledge on the left wall. Okay. Okay, up over here. In we go. Okay. I don't see axes stomping the ground. Oh, fuck my ass. Isn't this a fake wall? Yes. Oh, you can riposte them out of that. I didn't know that. Okay. Master Dean, thanks for the tier 1. Ow. Ow. Uh-oh. Get fucking poised. Nice try, buddy. Okay, let's see. Ow. Pick that up. Hold on. I know this floor falls out. All right, doesn't matter. Okay. What? Don't fucking scamaz me, bro. Don't give me that shit. I'm sorry, what? Huh? Dude. This big ass fucking spike ball just goes right through this imp's forehead. What is this scam? Okay, I'm just running to the next spot. Cerebral, thanks for the prime. Ow. Ow. Other one doesn't care. All right, fine by me. I don't need to kill him. Oh, hold on. My runes are up here. Game trying to fuck me. I ain't trying to get fucked like that. Come here! Fucking rat, dude. Thank you. Okay. Rat slander must end. Yes. Okay, so it's this spot that I'm supposed to go to, I believe. Hui. All right, and then this is what I'm looking for, I believe. Ow. Cool. So that's our upgrade. Now I can I even get out of this? I mean, we can obviously Memory of Grace. Ah. We can get out. That's nice. Is the boss in here? No idea. Not my problem. Okay, so let's get our +1. And now we can head on out. And then we're probably ready to go. We still equip load is a bit of an issue, is the only problem, right? How much equip load do I need? 58.4, which is probably just like one extra level. Which I can maybe get. Is this your planned final weapon / armor? I don't know. It's gonna be a bit more complicated than that, I think. I don't think there's gonna be one build that beats everything. Particularly with the armor. Snag with the 500 bits, man. Thank you. I think armor's gonna need to get switched up a lot. Okay, hold on. How much did I need? 58.4. I really hope one level is enough. Equip load matters because being overloaded is really bad. Okay, that'll do. Okay, still takes 21 faith. The tier is only gonna put us at 18. So I still need to go grab the faith talisman. Did I not pick it up? Okay, I did. Cool. I guess we sacrifice the green turtle for it. Yeah, you can't even walk when you're overloaded, which is really bad for positioning. The concern I have with Blasphemous Blade is the FP cost. It's kind of expensive. On Bandit with the tier 1, thank you. And I think for more difficult bosses, it's gonna be... I don't think it's gonna do enough damage. But as for right now, since it's a somber weapon, somber weapons are just way better than regular weapons early game because of the upgrade mats that you can get for them. With Melania's Great Rune, don't you have to do... Isn't it like a Bloodborne thing where you have to quickly deal damage after taking damage? Isn't that the deal with it? Which I suppose isn't, like, entirely unreasonable for what we're doing. If there's ever gonna be a use for that, it would be this run. Let me pull this. Okay. Poise. It obviously, as you can tell, it has a lot less poise. All right, he has decent holy resistance, which kind of sucks for prayerful strike, but I think it's gonna be necessary for the poise, unless it doesn't make a difference, in which case Fuck. Let's hope that's not the case. Okay. Enhancing the crits probably doesn't make sense. Let's just do stamina regen. All right, let's give this a try. Okay. Yeah. Oh, fuck. That's not the healing. Okay, we can definitely poise through a lot more here. That's for sure. But it's still not ideal. Like, yeah. Gotta heal. Damn. Okay. No stagger. Yeah, they were too spaced out. Iron Jar Aromatic might work. Let's give that a try. Well, I can't eat the damn thing. Iron Jar Aromatic is 40 seconds, I think. If we do it before going in, that's really quite bad. We're gonna be forced to walk towards him and waste like half of the fucking shits. Maybe here? No, but it still staggers me. All right, maybe here. Okay. Okay. All right, here we go. That's the way. Oh, fuck, I didn't mean to double drink. I thought I was gonna get interrupted. I was too used to getting interrupted. All right. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I ran out, but we just need one more hit. Cool. Iron Jar Aromatic. Giga Chad. Okay. So we want to go down here because this is the magic defense buff off of this scarab. if I remember correctly, which is obviously going to be useful. I imagine that is going to make Renala doable. Which we probably want to get her done sooner rather than later for the sake of respecs. Okay, you know, honestly, I'm not really here to kill you, Mr. Crucible Knight. Really don't give a shit about you. Well, this is an issue. Okay. Jump attacks allowed. Well, not really. There's not ever gonna be much of a reason to do them. Because that's kind of just asking to accidentally avoid damage. Because if I jump attack and it prevents damage, it's hard to say that that is not doing an action to avoid damage. I don't suppose Eternal Darkness is allowed. What, the spell that sucks spells? Yeah, probably not. Use Blasphemous skill before the scarabs start moving. Yeah, we can try it. God damn it. Okay. I don't have the fucking faith talisman on. Cool. Alright, so that's Barrier of Gold. Let me go grab my runes and then we'll run away. Just because it goes away later, I really don't know if I need this. I doubt I do. But just in case. Alright, we want to kill Morgott to get access to Mountaintop. That would be ideal here. And again, because of the final talisman slot, I think I need one more level in endurance. And then probably a little bit of faith to open up talisman pouches. We'll give Ritual Shield Talisman a try. I don't know how much sense it's gonna make, but we'll see. Grail's dead. Grail done been dead. I don't remember what's in this book, but I want it anyway. Gotta love some black knife bullying, bro. This magic defense incantation book? No idea. we got the better magic defense incantation from below anyway. Okay, do one of those. Now, Blessing of the Erd Tree for a little bit of healing over time. I don't have a seal, but we can get a 0 equip load seal. And get Blessing of the Erd Tree, which doesn't sound like a terrible idea, but Blessing takes a decent bit of faith. If I remember correctly, 38. Yikes. Thanks, Malarkey, for the prime. I appreciate it. Don't forget to change the physic. I think we're using... Yeah, we're gonna use Blasphemous Blade, or at least try to. Can you charge this? I don't think so. Hold on. Gotta... No. I don't think that's chargeable. Okay, this is where a holy liver would be nice, but we'll try it without it. Although I suppose I can... He does a lot of holy damage. And pretty much everything else does better holy. But I do care about poise. I need to make sure I reach the poise threshold. Currently, I'm at 96. 104. Okay, these work just fine. These also work just fine. I'm doing a little bit more holy resistance with 104 poise. Alright, cool. Don't think I need the save state, but I'll make one anyway. Boiled crab probably isn't necessary, but whatever. Yo? Damn.
By my curse, such I cannot bear. Thy parting.
Damn. Alright, that move fucks us. But that's alright. That's not too bad at all. That move is really quite rare, so I'm not too worried about it. It does look like I might want the extra poise of the other weapon, though. Maybe. Is Fire Charm worth it? Maybe. I mean, we take more damage is the issue. I don't have Fire Charm. If I was to put something on that makes us do more damage rather than Ritual Shield just to see if there's a noticeable difference, I guess that. See what happens. shit. All right, it's definitely more beneficial to have the opening fight. From my experience, he directly adds the spinny spin combo with the hammer to it. What does that mean? What the hell did I just press? I did roll to get back up. That is not against the rules unless it dodges damage. Which it didn't. Okay, let's use this. Okay.
Shall not be forgiven.
You're talking about the combo that got you killed on the first attempt? Okay, but I don't understand what you're saying about it.
Hello again. Oh, allow me. You are prevented the thorns. A husk.
That's what the attack does.
Stand and become my purpose. So I'd like
It
to
heals you.
Then and guide you down.
The move that we got killed by wasn't the spinny move. It was the frenzy where he starts with the dagger and then it switches to the sword and then it, at the very end, switches to the hammer. He's got another move where he dashes at you and then spins around a couple times and then slams you with a hammer. That move gets added in his like phase 1.5. It's after he does the first raise his hand up and slam the fucking swords down. The frenzy move can happen at any segment of his health.
Shall I turn? Let my hand.
It's just very rare.
Your thoughts, your ambitions, the principles you would follow.
That good? I like that. Can I go under Fire Giant? All right, so as a reminder, the rules are I am not allowed to reactively avoid damage in any sort of way. The rules aren't that I need to actively move into all of the attacks. Because some attacks just miss. And there's not a whole lot I can do to affect it. So the only rules are I can't look at what the boss is doing and say, oh, okay, I'm supposed to go here to not take damage. Or, oh, I'm supposed to dodge now to not take damage. But if I happen to be positioned in a spot where he misses and it doesn't involve me reacting to get into that position, you know, I'm just standing somewhere and then he does the whole move and it just misses, that's not my fault. That's not the rule. Galvanize, thanks for the tier 1. So we have to tank the fire blasts. If they spawn under me, yes. Yeah. But like obviously we're gonna go stand underneath him. For the most part, I don't think almost all of his moves still hit you when you're underneath him. So I really don't see Fire Giant being that contentious. Okay. I believe we're done here. We can go forward. The really unfortunate part about the YouTube intro is I spend so much time trying to figure out how the hell to phrase it so that it's clear and understandable in a very short amount of time. And my editor spends a very disproportionate amount of time on actually editing it together because the intro is very important. But even still, some people just don't fucking watch it. And then get confused when they don't understand what the rules are. There's a bottle over here that I should probably go grab. Before I kill Malekith, I should make sure I get everything relevant out of Leyndell. Which, off the top of my head, I've done that, but I don't know if I've actually done that. Made you want to change the bid's title for the fat run? It was a comment that suggested it. It was very funny. But on top of that, somebody who didn't watch the intro was like, excuse me, you're using belly attacks? Excuse me. Because they didn't watch the intro. So, for the sake of that guy and people like him that don't watch the intro, I changed it to, can I beat Elden Ring playing as your mom? Yeah, we only have 2 perfume no, we have more than that. We have 4. But yes, obviously having more perfume bottles is more gooder. We should probably go activate Morgoth's Great Rune, I think. More health, more gooder. And I'm also gonna pick up these along the way. I don't have... Okay, hold on. Okay. Ow. Alright, there we go. Heavy Log, thanks for the Prime. Obviously, ideally, an intro would be unnecessary. Exposition is boring, right? Nobody likes exposition, but sometimes it's necessary. Things have to be really, really simple for exposition to be not necessary. And that it's essentially impossible. Okay. Wow, dude is getting fucking sauced. Holy shits. That's crazy. All right. That worked a lot better than I thought it would. Cool. How'd that miss? Cool. Love to see it. So I did some pullovers yesterday. Normally I do rows for my back exercise, but I did pullovers instead. So my shit is sore today, brother. Why not both? I don't have time. Morgott's Great Rune. Alright, so we can put it on. Cool. You're up 60 pounds on squats in 3 weeks. Nice, bro. I've been plateauing on strength a little bit. And so that's why I've been doing the same exercises for several months, just for the sake of optimizing progressive overload. But it's kind of plateauing now, so that's why I'm switching up the exercises, hoping to gain some more strength. Gotta strengthen the back to fight the gamer posture. Bro, for real. I obviously sit all day, and I'm also 6'4", so I'm like destined to have some fucked up lower back. You know? That's why I bought this chair, and that's also why I bought the squat rack behind me. Just so that hopefully I'm not crippled by the time I'm 30. Been trying to run 4 miles a day. Seems to be helping a lot, not only with my weight, but also my mental health. Nice. Working out is very good for adding purpose. If that's something that you struggle with. I think that's the reason why a lot of people say they feel more energized after working out. It's not because they have more energy, because working out should be hard. But it's because they're finally motivated. It's your brain releasing good hormone. Yeah, I mean, that's the neurochemical explanation of motivation. God damn it. All right, we gotta try this again. Can I L2 him? Well, not like that, I can't. Shit, didn't mean to drink that. Cool. Alright, there we go. What's my character's name? Crash Test Dummy. Face only a mother could love. Ah, yes. The mother of the crash test dummy. How's that work? I was doing incline dumbbell curls for a while. But it was over developing one of the heads. I don't remember which one. So I changed the shoulder position to a preacher curl. Yeah, the philosophy that I take with it doesn't allow for a lot of diversity of exercise. I try to give myself a lot of rest so that I'm not cardio limited, which by necessity takes a lot of time, while still getting a good amount of volume in. So that means I usually just have to limit the exercise selection. I usually only do 2 to 3 exercises, and that takes like an hour. Then just focus on compound lifts. Well, yes, of course, obviously. Compound lifts are the baseline, the foundation of any program. Why is dragon spawning in so late? What the fuck? Alright, whatever. Not gonna question it. First Bushy talks politics and now he's talking... Okay, you cannot say I was talking about politics. You can vaguely say I was talking about economics, but even that, it's not even like I was giving some sort of hot take about economics. I was stating something that is self-evident. It's not like I was stating some sort of opinion. I'm smart enough to know to actually avoid contentious topics. Even though the internet can make even the most vanilla of observations into a contentious topic. But still, we don't talk about actually contentious shit here. Do we really want to go back to that debate? I mean, no. The point I'm making is it wasn't really a debate. It was an extrapolation to make it a debate. The world is real. No, it isn't. So what? You're a fucking flat earther now, huh? Saying the world is real? What? You think the earth is flat? Huh? about Prelate's Charge. That is right. Where is it? Is it in that fort back there? I think so. The one with the briar sorcerers. Hanging from a tree in front of the fort. Okay. We got a couple things to gather up here. The reason he wasn't streaming earlier must have been because he was watching Hassan's stream. Yes. I do not watch Hassan's stream. Oh, so you don't like Hassan, huh? What, are you a racist or something? What do you mean? The fuck's wrong with you? Hey, chat. This was not your excuse to actually go into a political tirade. I was making fun of you for making these ridiculous leaps in judgment. Oh, hello there, sweetheart. The real reason why I wasn't streaming earlier and my schedule is falling later and later is because I stayed up until 7 in the morning. Not even 7:30 in the morning. Holy shit! Fire! Kill it with fucking fire! Oh god. Oh god. Ah! Jesus Christ. Stayed up until 7 in the morning playing I'm playing a new card game called Marvel Snap. No, I'm not gonna stream it, but I am staying up very late to play it. Oh, am I liking it? It's a really good game. I mean, assuming you like card games. A decent portion of people just straight up don't like card games. And obviously they won't like it. But I think it manages... It's the only digital card game I've seen that actually manages to capture like the collector's essence without being like stupid pay to win. Okay, how the hell am I gonna get that? Because the way that it works is it has a bunch of different cosmetic variants of the cards that you can collect, and obviously getting the normal card is rather easy. Getting just the ability so that you can compete is rather easy. but getting the very cool, fancy cosmetic variants of them is not so easy. And then you can like upgrade them to get randomized effects like foil backgrounds or gold backgrounds or black and white shit. And then like different particle effects. It's very smart. It's a very smart collector's system. And I like it a lot for that reason. Alright, so we can put Prelate's Charge on. Might as well give it faith scaling since we're speccing into faith. Right? Okay. Okay, we're gonna do Fire Giant right now. No, let's give Prelate's Charge just a run and see what happens. Probably gonna need a couple more blues. Also don't need the faith tier in the physic. We have better faith scaling than anything else, so I don't know why we would take it out. Fire Giant does have high fire resistance, that's true. I'm probably going to need a different strat for him. But it's a lot of blood loss buildup is the benefit, I believe. I see some issues. See some potential problems. Alright. So that's gonna take a decent bit of prep. We can probably do like most of the other bosses before Fire Giant. Let's go grab our runes and get out of there. So you can't use iframes? No. That's not the rules. I can't take actions to avoid damage in a fight. Because if the rule was I can't use iframes, then strafing would be allowed. But strafing is not allowed. Okay. So I believe we can go do Wolf right now. Since we're going Faith, couldn't we make a run to Mohg and get Black Flame Protection? Is that how you get Black Flame Protection? Either way, I'm not sure that's even the body buff that we want to go for. Yeah, I know it gives 30%, and the reason why it's nice is because it's not a consumable, it's a spell. So it's a lot easier to gather. There are other better options. Holy shit. All right. right. That's the true Unga Bunga way right there, bro. What buff am I thinking of? Iron Jar Aromatic does more physical resistance. It makes you slow, but it gives you essentially extra poise, which is nice. Boiled Crab does less, but it doesn't require FP. So it's also a consideration. Commander Standard is an aura buff, so it stacks. And it is the highest defense aura buff that you can get. However, it lasts 20 seconds. Which is maybe applicable to what we're doing. But it's kind of short. The Golden Vow incantation does 10% damage resist. It's an aura buff versus the 20% from Commander Standard. And Golden Vow lasts 80 seconds. It is also heavy, but theoretically, you can hot swap. Theoretically. Is Lionel's armor better? I should probably... We did this for the Holy Resistance. Should probably switch back to this. Lionel's armor, Scaled armor, Bernal's armor, Bullgoat armor all have some sort of niche. At least I think. There's a chance that Scaled armor just has worse resistances across the board. But it's just the lightest of all of them. But we have all of those armor sets. Don't quite have enough endurance flexibility to put on exactly what I would want at any given point, though. Ordina puzzle's gonna be interesting. Just run in there. How hard could it be? Okay, hold on. Okay, bro. Alright, that is not nearly as much healing as I would want to see. It does leave this nice AoE on the ground, though. So that's cool. But it doesn't do a lot of healing. It does show promise, though. I am running out of FP a lot, though, is the problem. Or sorry, not FP, endurance. Was that necessary? No. Did I do it anyway? Yes. It's the healing. No. The healing is a flat amount per hit. Do I want the sorcery talisman? Maybe. Does the swaddling cloth work with this? And if it does, you would assume Millicent's prosthesis and things like that work with it as well. Which is a reason to just go kill Commander Nile. To progress Millicent's questline. I'll kill the little guys because I kind of need living jar shards anyway. Since I'm here. Why not? Just a little bit of tiny pop boy genocide. You know? Why not? They didn't drop me shit. They're for Iron Jar aromatics, which I haven't needed a whole lot, but when they work, they really work. They turned Horalu or Godfrey, Gold Godfrey, from like really difficult to very easy. Alright, I didn't mean to roll. That's not bad. Regen the endurance, I guess. Okay. I'm not in love now. Not in love with Prelate's Charge. I thought I would like it more. There we go. Because we got to keep in mind, this boss has like no health. Yeah, I think, I honestly think I put this back on and keep it with the sacred scaling. Well, I seem to be burning the library down, don't I? But, yes, Renala will be painful. And so I have to go gather an incantation or a seal first, a 0-weight seal, so that I can cast incantations. Do I have the... Cool. Renala will stagger. Well, I gotta face tank the Comet Azure. Because getting close enough to her is definitely... That counts as reacting, I think. And even if you think it doesn't, enough people would think it does to the point where I don't want to deal with them bitching. Okay? Can I avoid damage here? I guess not. Alright, yeah, good call, fine. Yeah, I'm not allowed to... no, you guys are right. I'm not allowed to dodge the chariots. I need to get back out, though. So that we can actually reset it. Thought you could avoid outside of boss fights. I mean, that's more of a necessity. Whoops. It's more of a necessity for running past enemies. Like, it's subjective because it kind of has to be. Obviously, I can't be expected to kill literally everything I come across. But I think eating the damage here has to be within the spirit of the run. Bop. 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 Oh, shit. Bop. Bro, I'm getting bullied. Stop bullying me. Jesus Christ. God damn it. Oh, he stopped and turned around. Let's go. Okay, yeah. That's a good metric. I have to ignore the enemies. That makes sense. And actively avoiding into the chariot is not ignoring. Why you bully? Why you bully, bro? Thank you. All right. Thanks for the 1,000 bits, Elude Time King.
10 out of 10.
Yes, I agree. Can you consider the chariot an enemy, though, since it isn't alive? It has a health bar. Either way, it doesn't matter. Because it's not even like we're... Based off what I just did, it's not even like we're trying to break the rules. It wasn't too difficult. It feels like that's what you're supposed to do. To follow the challenge rules. And we did it. Madeers, thanks for the 9 months. Sneg, thanks for the 500 bits. Oh, fuck. My son. Hello, my boy. Do you know what time it is? Time for you to get smited. Wait, I didn't put on... God, I didn't put on the resistance fucking spell, dude. God damn it. "24 faith. With the physic, we have enough." Didn't open the shortcut. Yeah, that's because the shortcut really isn't a shortcut. Yeah, Barrier of Gold does 60% magic damage negation, which is kind of wild. Okay. I don't think I want Ritual Shield here, although I don't know what I want. This? Yeah, that probably makes sense. Alright. I don't want to do the run back. You can suck my nuts. Spell Drake Talent. I don't have it yet. If we need it, we can go grab it, but if it's not necessary, then not I. Wait. Didn't want to do that. Although I think they stack. I think Barrier of Gold is an aura buff. Okay. Okay, let's cast this again. Fuck, it was so close. All right. So we're gonna just stand here and eat it while we're casting Barrier of Gold. Because Barrier of Gold, bro. Holy shit. Oh, fuck. Get out the damn moon. Oh, yeah, bud. Oh, yeah. All right.
Weave thy night into being.
That's nice. That's real nice. A little over leveled. My man, I stood there and ate. You can't call this over leveled when I specialize my build to have omega resistance. Like, oh yeah, any level 70 build can get that done. Like, no, dog. No shot. All right, let's do that.
Where did he flee, my sweeting?
Out
from whence he hide.
Okay, Radahn
And light
is probably an issue, but we'll give him another try. I think Iron Jar Aromatic might be necessary here. But the last time we attempted this, we didn't even have 101 poise. We only had 2 talisman slots. No, we only had 1 talisman slot. So we're a lot more prepared than we were last time. I don't know if it's enough, though. Dawn's gravity stuff count as magic damage. It's either only physical or a split between physical and magic. I don't know. Okay. Yep, all that's looking good. Wait, hold on. Okay, so we're gonna eat a boiled crab on the way in so that we can eat the arrows. Just gonna sprint right at him as fast as I can. Okay, don't want my horse to die. Okay. Somehow he is like not gonna question it. Not my business. Not my circus. All right, working well. Okay, now we figure out. Can we eat it? Fuck yeah, we can. I didn't even have to use ritual shield. Am I dead here though? Not dead. All right. Cool. Yeah, I had a feeling it wasn't going to be too hard to tank the meteor. Like, we could have made ourselves much more resistant if needed. Didn't even have full health. Was Blasphemous blade broken? Okay. I really... You guys that are just watching today, you didn't see yesterday. This is almost certainly not the easiest way to play this game. It requires a stupid amount of prep work. Okay? But it's a funny way to play the game. And I'm over-leveled. I'm really not that over-leveled. The only thing that I've done, like, out of order is Godfrey and Godfrey and Morgot. Just you wait. No, we're gonna do Alex's quest line for the better talisman. Like, it's not like we did the whole fucking game and came back to the starter shard bearers. Aren't supposed to fight Radahn at like level 35. Radahn is probably the hardest of the initial 4 shard bearers. You can technically put Mohg in that pool as well, because you can technically fight Mohg as one of your first 2 shard bearers. Mohg is obviously the hardest, and you kind of really have to go out of your way to do that. But yeah, I imagine most people probably do like Rennala before Radahn. Or that's what most people should do. How will I not get one shot by Estelle's grab? I know this is gonna be some big brain shit that's gonna require a lot of comprehension. I'm gonna do that by not getting one shot. Hell of a concept. No, I don't. Other than the literal death status effect, I don't think there's anything in the game that guarantees it kills you. Do some. Thanks for the 2 months. There's also a decent chance that Estelle just doesn't do his grab anyway. Like, hypothetically, if it was a problem that I couldn't solve, just RNG farm until he doesn't do it. Okay. Some true gaming about to happen here. Nah, there's no reason to. I'm not too worried. If somehow we manage to die to Mimic Tier, then okay. We can cheese it. But I just don't see that happening. Someone named TTV Bushy is in my Fortnite lobby right now. Oh shit, he caught me. I've secretly just been playing Fortnite this whole time on a pre-recorded image of this run. Shit. Fork knife. Okay. Maybe giving prelates charge the blood attunements on whatever it's called would make it better. Maybe. Definitely something we can think about. But we're just gonna do deer right now. Can it have blood attunement? Yes. I don't know why it wouldn't be able to. Anything that you can put Ashes of War on can have any attunement. I don't know, Graham. Maybe. But I don't know, those things usually don't develop until like someone commissions them to do it. So unless like Lobos or Dist has done that, I doubt it. The question was about weapons, not about Ashes of War. Excuse you. What is this? Rude. Alright, cool. I'm assuming the sploogie does magic damage, so maybe we like Barrier of Gold. Oh, fuck! Oh, I kind of needed to die. Whoops. The wake-up roll accidentally dodged damage, so we gotta restart it. But I do have to die so that I get my stats back. Or, yeah, stats. There you go. Yeah, man. Feel like Elden Beast will be a pain too. You can get really, really high holy resistance. So I feel like we'll be able to make it happen just fine. Ow. Elden Beast grab attack, the strongest in the game. Maybe? Ow. God fucking damn it. I did it again. Okay, I need to stop wake up rolling for this fight. It's accidentally dodging damage. Feel like the invigorating perfume is gonna be huge. What, the one that gives you the damage shield? I don't think so. I don't see that being a good use of the body buff most of the time. Ow. Okay, can I have two hands? Let's go there. Alright, he's gone. Pretty good though. Pressed L2 twice. Okay, did it too early. Nice. Hit him in the head. All right. Love to see it. Goddamn beautiful. There's no fire in here. Okay. Taria Manor, I guess. Sure. So you have to beat Melania? I sure do. Never had a challenge run I couldn't complete. I mean, obviously there's plenty of challenge runs that I haven't started because... Wait, hold on. I can tell people are gonna bitch about this. We gotta run right directly through the middle of these fucking arrows. I've had challenge runs that I haven't started because I knew they would be too difficult. Okay, I really tried to get hit by that one. I'm making an effort here, bro. Bro, these arrows are just fucking missing me. They're not even trying to hit me. Come on. Try to hit me. There you go. The only one that I've started and stopped was very early on a bow only challenge. Because it didn't seem very challenging. And it didn't just want to like farm a bunch of arrows because that kind of seemed like what it was. But at this point, I've done significantly grindier shit. So if I found a way to do a bow only challenge that was entertaining, marketable, and decently challenging, I would go back and do it. Also been done before. Most challenge runs at this point have been done before. What I'm trying to do is take the idea of some challenge runs and do them in a more interesting way. Like this one, for example. It's like a no roll, no, or maybe even like an over encumbered challenge, even though it's not technically over encumbered. I think it's just a more interesting version of that kind of idea. I already did a run with only the tool items. That was quite a fun run. But the bell, the omen barons, and the deer head. I know they were in Dark Souls 3. I don't remember about the other games. I don't really have any ideas on how to make a randomizer run like actually entertaining. Or like marketable. Because obviously a lot of people have done it before. I would not be treading any new ground. And like on its own, I just don't think it as a premise it sounds that interesting. Just a randomized run. You can add a challenge alongside it. Yeah, but why? Yeah, that seems like it would be less entertaining. At least I think. I think a lot of the entertaining part about challenge runs is seeing how you make less than optimal circumstances get optimized to make the game as easy as possible. And if you don't know where to get the items to optimize your build because they're randomized, I think that takes away that. Chris's 5-time boss fight run.
Thou must have though I have
Obviously impressive.
Intriguing. Wilt thou I am the witch
Fucking ridiculous.
I see thou art
I would not have had the patience to grind the necessary RNG for it. Fucking fat roll, dude. 5 times is the max that can be done. And apparently, Aggie said he was going to try it, but it didn't work for him for some reason. It worked for Chris, though.
I don't know what since we have the... I ask.
I reside.
Oh, you've defeated a grand again. The carrion I led together.
Try to overcome the challenge of not knowing what your randomized loadout would be for each boss fight. Yeah, I mean, there's just like very little agency to it. Or that's not really true. Like the only realm of optimization there, which I think is one of the most entertaining parts about the challenge runs, the only realm of optimization there is learning how to use the moveset properly. Which is something that I've actually seen several comments bitch about, like, oh, come on. We don't just want to see the challenge run get good. Come on. The fun part of challenge runs is making bad items look really strong. And yeah, it kinda is. It's a little bit of both. But with randomized challenge runs, you kind of like you sacrifice optimization in the build for the sake of like a roguelike sense of randomness.
Perhaps I'd like you to even you.
Which I wouldn't really prefer, and I think most people wouldn't really prefer.
Find enough I expect.
Does it matter who I give the potion to? I can just give it to Gideon, right? I don't need the puppets. Right? And that's the only thing we're losing.
Oh, then I can't remember very well. It is said. Allow you a house can remember you. There's not.
Well, if I want magic scorpion charm, I have to give the potion to someone.
You then I bid I am
Which I do.
as a tarnished. You now belong. Is that bloody Celibace? Oh, the round table. But, oh.
Alright, here it is.
See Celibace. Just tell him that despite his inevitable.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think randomizer runs for something that isn't intended to be like a challenge video. I think they can bring like a fun playthrough. For sure. Hand over the scroll. No, don't want to do that. About your chambers.
I believe that you yearn. Well, but perhaps now.
Okay, we buy the jar right.
Begging for
Okay. How many? I got one starlight shard. We need more. What Aggie did with the randomizer though, that I like that idea. Because it plays into the challenge bit of what he was going for. He made the consecrated snowfield and made it so that he couldn't see himself on the map. You know, he intentionally just discombobulated the fuck out of himself. And I think randomizer works well with that.
So, it's... I may have expected...
No, I don't want to give... Hold on. Aren't you... You're supposed to let me buy another... Do I need to quit out? Oh, this reload should work. Beat Elden Ring only using kick. I don't know if you're referencing the video that I made already doing that. But just in case you're not, I have already done that. I'm pretty sure you don't have to buy the sorcery. I know I haven't in the past. Like, it's possible that they updated it. Ah, there it is.
Quite the key. But I'm afraid I can hardly... Oh, dear. Why don't... If you could... The soul of... And once... Oh, yes.
Okay.
You're proving I've not had enough. Begging for an...
Okay, and then I think about the scheme.
Which I applied.
I'm interested.
Then I'd rather you with that and even a...
Okay. Now we can go grab it over here. I did do a shield only run, although I believe it's privated because I needed to, I made it in parts. And parts do not perform very well. And for the sake of analytics, I need to unclog my video page because in some circumstances, even though it sounds counterintuitive, deleting videos actually causes your channel to get more views. But I have done it. What challenges haven't you done? And I can pretty confidently say that if you just think about challenge runs and you don't spend like a lot of time theorizing about them, and you just think of a couple off the top of your head, I can pretty confidently say I probably did all those. And if I didn't do them, it was probably because somebody else did it before me. Probably.
Well, the bliss. Goodness, to think this man. Yes, yeah, please.
All right, thank you. Now we can go grab Fingerslayer Blade. Do I have a thesaurus opened in front? Oh, did I use a fancy word? I don't remember using a fancy word. If you want to lean into franchise piggybacking, try to do a Kratos build / play style. Oh, I'm gonna make a video, at least one video about God of War Ragnarok. Intuitively, I don't feel like it would work super well doing like a crossover kind of idea like that. I feel like a good portion of people would click into the video, say, I thought I was watching God of War, and then click out. Like, maybe after a while, to the point where I have a developed God of War and Elden Ring audience, it would make more sense. But I think a lot of people would interpret it as misleading or clickbait. Okay. It also would obviously not be that interesting of a video. The only motivation to do that would be to farm keywords. Farm, searchable keywords, yeah. I guess Souls game viewership isn't interested in God of War that much. Well, I'm sure there's a good bit of crossover, but that's not the point. Obviously, they're not 100% correlated.
My thanks. A strange gift.
And that's the point, right? Like, even if there is a good bit of crossover, unless it's literally the exact same audience, some people are gonna feel misled. Wasn't sure how hard you wanted to chase that. I mean, the thing with, like, you aren't really chasing the algorithm by doing that, I don't think. You're chasing, search discoverability. Because the algorithm values click-through rate and average watch time much more than it does, like, keywords. And so you would really be sacrificing click-through rate and average watch time for the sake of trying to tap into a new audience. And it's really not guaranteed that that new audience would respond very well. I think. This is obviously subjective. That's just how I interpret it. I hate when a creator makes a video about can you beat Elden Ring as insert character. Yes, you can. Do your run and shut the fuck up. I mean, I do that. I have seen lots of like identical complaints like that though. But like I don't really know what to expect. Like the title has to be short and convey an obvious message. There's not a lot of really viable ways to do it. And the can I beat Elden Ring as blank is just a good format for it. Oh shit. It's the videos where the challenge is just wearing a certain armor set and cosplaying that are boring as fuck to me. Yeah, I would agree with that. Which I suppose is maybe the real complaint there and not the titling of the video. Just remove can instead of can I beat Elden Ring. Say I beat Elden. I mean, I think that's a negative on the title. I think that is a less interesting title. One of the main functions that you're trying to achieve with the title is some amount of intrigue, and formulating it into a question, even if the answer is obvious, does a better job at that. When I did the kick only run, I had to skip Godskin Duo and Gideon, but I did finish them. The way I skipped them, or at least the way that I presented that I skipped them, was a bit of an audience choice. I said, there's zip glitches that you can do to get past these bosses so that you don't have to kill them to progress through the story. Or you can imagine that I used Hoarfrost Stomp, if you like that explanation better. Just because I knew there would be bitching either way. If you use the zips, it would be, oh, I can't believe you used glitches to get through the fucking impossible bosses. And if you use the stomp, oh, I can't believe you didn't use only the kit, you know? So I just said, all right, it's possible either way. Whichever one's gonna piss you off less. Imagine I did that. Okay. What are we doing? Where we going? Did people suggest you parry Godskin Duo? I believe so, but it doesn't really matter. Like, that strategy worked for Gino because you can actually riposte with fists. You can't do that with kicks. Unironically, even with the like 10 times damage that kicks do. On Godskin Duo, I think Bare Fist is actually easier on Godskin Duo than only kicks. And that's not to say that I'm better than Gino, because I didn't fucking kill the boss. I am in no way better at this game than Gino. Could do Mohg the Omen, go underground. Yeah, that's probably strat. Do I like cereal? I haven't had cereal in a long time. I used to eat it daily. It was my normal breakfast. But at a certain point, it just stopped, like, filling me up. Which is not surprising. I don't know how the fuck my, like, teenage self managed to be satiated with a bowl of cereal. So I eventually just stopped eating cereal. But I now eat somewhat consistently granola and yogurt, which is kind of cereal, except a lot better for you and much more like actual food. We can't use shields anyway, Darkseid. But yes, obviously if I was allowed to block, getting fingerprint shield would completely trivialize this. Okay. Now, I think I'm gonna gather the smithing stones in the sewer down here. I normally don't, and I don't know if I'm gonna need them. But I might need them. So I'm gonna pick them up. And, level my, regular smithing stone weapon if needed. Yes, I could butt song. I don't have much of a reason to do so, but I could. Wearing the turtle shield. I do have a reason to wear the turtle shield. Getting stamina regen would be nice. It's heavy though, is the issue. Oh yeah, there's all sorts. Just Lester. I've already done a Briar sorcery only, which is not exactly what you're saying, but it would qualify for those rules. Man, you do damage. Jesus. But the issue here is, like, You can't just run past this guy. You actually kind of have to attack him. Because if you just run past him, if you just ignore him, he kills you as you're climbing the ladder. And I'm not allowed to just trail him around and get past him. So I have to come up with some way to kill him or contend with him long enough to the point where I can run up the ladder, but hopefully just kill him. So we'll do boiled crab. Okay. Good. Oh, Jesus. All right, that'll do. Area of Gold is magic damage resistance. The yellow piss balls, I believe, are holy. Although that's not always true. I think sometimes they're magic and sometimes they're holy. I think the ones that come out of the bells are magic. And I think the ones that come out of the Omen Barons are holy. I think. I learned this when I did the tool only run, but I forget what the lesson was. You fucking rat. Oh, I should go pick up. All right, we'll do that in a second. I was gonna say, should go pick up Mohg shackle, but we'll do that in a second. No worries. Although, all right, I have to. I'm doing this to get the. Smithing stones in here. Let's see if I can remember where to go. I think the smithing stone 8 is down this way. Or the 2 smithing stone 8s. I think it's only 1. I don't remember. Yeah, that's it. And then there's 4 7s over in this direction that'll link back up with the... Okay, we go here. Right? Then up. Then left, I think. There it is. All right. And this will link back up to the Mohg shackle spots. Holy shit. Alright, actually gonna kill the fucking lobster. There we go. Oh, fat penis. Why was I not able to wield that? Oh, I stopped two-handing. Why did I stop two-handing? I don't remember doing that. Is that my first time actually killing one of those? I think so. Haven't bothered until right now. Let's not lose those runes. Okay. Alright, so this time we didn't piss off the other one, which is perfect. Because now we can go piss it off with no concerns. Bitch. Alright, we take those. I wasn't sure we were gonna make it, but I was hoping we would. There's Mohg Shackle. Okay. Back up here. And now it's time to go make it down to Mohg. This guy respawns? Shit. I didn't know that. That's an issue. Alright. Okay. I gotta go to the bathroom right quick. Give me a second. I'll be right back. All right. Back we go. Do a level 1 weapon only run. I've already done something very similar. Like a couple times. Where the rule set made it so that I had very limited weapon upgrades. And probably not. Okay. Now it's time to see how Mohg goes. He obviously does fire damage. So maybe we want this and the fire damage. Resistance talisman? Sure, why not? Let's do this. Mohg. He also does a lot of damage. Oh, wait. That's right. He has crazy fire resistance. I forgore. Okay. So that means we're definitely using the other weapon here. 100%. With Sacred Order. Which means we probably want to go level it up a little bit. Although I think he has a lot of elemental resist in general. But I need healing. I don't have much of an option there. So yeah, I mean we gotta use Prayerful Strike's gotta be our best option.
Don't pay me any, just lay out your...
Okay. Renala's is only 20k. Huh. We actually managed to pick up 12 sevens. That's nice. All right, that's pretty good. Pretty good level. Oh, I also have Mohg Shackle that I need to put on. It's funnier with the Salamander from the Manor since they have 100%. Really? 100%? I didn't think anything in the game had 100%. This does not do very much to solve our problem. I'm trying to not go in there with too much. I guess it does a fine job. We have 5k. So yeah, we got the sacred attunement. And I believe the L2 is always going to do a mix of holy and like direct hit damage. So I don't know, maybe this is more beneficial. Let me check. Let's go look. Mohg. Mohg the Omen. Yeah, we want standard scaling here. All right. Now, faith doesn't actually matter for us here. Ritual shield talisman's an option. Could do dagger talisman. Probably ritual shield. Let's see how that goes. Wait, hold on. We can go spend the rest of these runes on crab since I need some crab anyway. I think if you hit him directly with the Blasphemous blade, it'll do some physical. So you gotta isolate for that. But if it's just the wave going out in front of the weapon, it should be only fire. Flame protect me for his blood flame. Where is that from? It's from inside the manor, isn't it? The fortified manor. Because yeah, we could be looking for buffs. No. Okay, we do have access to it though. Let's take a look at the buffs and debuffs page right quick. So as far as body buffs go, we already got the 20% physical damage from the crab. But we could replace that with Flame Protect Me for 60% fire damage negation for 70 seconds. Yeah. That's probably a good call. What about aura buffs? Anything very interesting here? I mean, there's obviously like Rallying Standard and Golden Vow, which are useful. This one specifically. But I don't think we need to go for that right now. Do I have the Stone Sword keys? I gotta check. I don't know if one is enough. Do the opposite of your super speed run and make everything run at 50%. I don't feel like that would be too challenging. Like, it would be a little bit awkward. I'd be rolling early. But, like, there's no reason why you couldn't just play it normally. Because you don't become limited by your reaction time. You just have to retrain your muscle memory. All right. Be interesting to make it headshot / weak spot only. I have seen people do no lock on bow only, which is an interesting idea. I don't know if it's interesting enough for me to give a shit, but it's an interesting idea. Oh, they won't. Placidus Axe is just gonna be a... It's not hard to get a setup that scripts Placidus Axe to the point where he literally can't do anything. So he's not a concern, and I am entirely sure that Malenia is possible, because the reason why I'm doing this run is because there was a Reddit post with this rule set beating Malenia. All right, flame protect me. That's what we want. Let's go put it on. Yeah, Star Zero Chris did that, Abura. And I am never going to. Because there really just is no fucking need. I've done no torrent, not as like the only part of the challenge, but because torrent broke the rules of the challenge in some sort of way. Like for the merchant only run, I think. I didn't use torrent because I couldn't buy torrent. The AoE is concerning here. But good damage resist. Okay, didn't connect because I fucking suck. Bro, come here. The poise is the problem here. That's the real issue. I mean, we can give Iron Jar Aromatic a try. We're gonna take a lot more damage, but if we don't get poise broken, that is better. Need living jar shards. Aight. Oh, wait, yeah, I'm not... I didn't use the... Keep forgetting to use the damn shackle. I'm not sure how much it's gonna matter. But maybe we do like charged attack talisman in place of ritual shield. Okay, and then we do this and this. Yeah, and that still knocks me over, but that's okay. The poise is still an issue. The Mohg shackle alone doesn't make this work. I didn't make a save there, did I? I don't want to reload that. What did I say I was going for? Iron Jar Aromatic. Okay. So, to farm that up, we go over here. Is there a better armor set? Well, we have 101 poise, which that's functionally max poise. Having any more won't do anything. What am I trying to put on? Trying to put this one. Want the extra arcane for extra drops. Ow. Fucking rude. Alright, cool. I'm not even sure the little ones can drop living jar shards. Does anybody know? The Bullgoat armor should have one. Well, the Bullgoat armor has a lot more poise than what we're wearing, but it doesn't matter. 101 poise is the last cutoff threshold because the poise damage is categorized into different subsections. Okay, no living jar shards. Fuck my ass. This is why we don't really want to do farming until we can get to consecrated snowfield for the farming item. But the way that poise damage works is there's like 10 categories or something, 8 categories. I don't know. And depending on what poise you have determines whether or not that type of attack staggers you. And 101 is the last time it can make any difference. Damn, dude. At least as far as like single hit goes. It matters for like sustain, because poise is essentially like a bar. It's a hidden status bar. So having the highest poise you can get for like standing in Rykard's lava pool, that will matter because the individual hits won't break your poise, but cumulatively they eventually will. Alright, there we go. Bullgoat talisman is the only way that you can actually get 101 poise. So yes. Obviously necessary on this run. So man, I really wish Blasphemous Blade didn't do fire damage. That would be convenient. Alright, so this is a body buff, so Flame Protect Me and Boiled Crab don't stack with it. So we're just gonna go there. Get in. Ow. Good. Not so good. Bro, come here. Fuck. I mean, it lets me tank through some. That combo's an issue, though. Shackle, it's not gonna get a, like, it gets us some free damage, but it's not. It doesn't just win it for us. Some extra bleed resist. I mean, there's literally nothing I can do about bleed resistance. I don't think it's that big of a problem, and there's nothing I can do about it anyway. Good. Now, him doing the shower, very unexpected, but I think it's actually quite favorable for us. What? Okay, what about just stagger breaking him? Maybe something like Flame of the Redmanes isn't ridiculous. Please the timer, bro. It's right on the poise. I have 101. The poise is the stat that you should care the least about. Because you can guarantee that it's at 101. And that was the whole rant that I just went on. The poise value literally just doesn't matter. I think he only has 80 stands. So, theoretically, this should work. Might need a proper crit build, though. Okay, he has more than 80 stance. Alright, maybe just charged attacks on the... Stone Barb Cracked here doesn't really... It's not going to make much of a difference because it lasts, what, 15 seconds? He has very high fire damage resistance. Blasphemous Blade is not gonna be the strat here. Please come here, sir. Jesus fucking Christ. Come here. What? I don't have a whole lot of ideas about what to do here. Can he interrupt Lion's Claw? I mean, we can test. Okay. This is how I get underground. Frost proc is like bleed and it'll slow him a bit. What, his animations? No. That's not how frost works. More blood loss buildup, but it probably doesn't matter. More damage. This guy is also immune to all status effects, except like Black Flame, but obviously we're not going to use Black Flame. Holy fucking poise. Holy shit. Okay. Okay. That is the answer. The poison is the same as the bleed wet blade. All right, so let's load up the last save so that I get rid of the cheated in Lion's Claw. And then we need to focus on big damage resistance, and we also need to go find Lion's Claw. I don't even know where you get it from. Drops from the Lion Guardian in Fort Gale. All right, we can do that. The downside of Lion's Claw is obviously it doesn't heal me. But I think that's fine. Or it's probably the best bet that we have. With what we got going on, Godskin Swaddling Cloth is not going to be useful right here. It's arguably not useful against, or not useful for like almost everything, but it's definitely not useful here. Ow. Did he fucking tell me? What's in here? Qatar. Dog. Cat. Come here. Bitch. Hold on. Go. Love to see it. Okay. And then for physical resistance, boiled crab, I guess. Maybe like golden vow on top. Let's go boiled crab and hope it works. Is the plan. Although, to be fair, with Flame Protect Me, I really wasn't taking a lot of damage. So maybe it's still just Flame Protect Me. Alright, let's take that. We give it the standard, right? Yeah. No, not the standard, the heavy. We want strength and this, I guess. I haven't picked up Assassin's Crimson Dagger yet. But yeah, the dagger talismans maybe. Charged attack's not gonna do them, so we can just put that on. Okay. Yeah, I know Octobius. Haven't gotten it yet. I do know it exists, though. Okay. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Ah. Okay. Because I took the faith out of the physic, I can't use flame protect me. Son of a bitch, this is the wrong weapon. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Holy shit. Fuck. Shit. Come on. Go. All right. The talisman that boosts the time buff would help. Old Lord's talisman? It would. But we're not in Farumazula yet. Lion's Claw was outlawed this run. Why? This was literally the first boss that it would have been the best option for. Does it not give iframes? I would doubt it. There's, as far as I know, no attacks that give iframes. And that would be incredibly overpowered. I guess... No, Raptor of the Mist doesn't give... No, Raptor of the Mist gives iframes, but I don't think it's an attack. It's comparable to like a dodge. There's not a whole lot of reason to spend much more on endurance. It's a nice luxury to be able to get slightly better resistances. But dude, like, this fucking drop is so bugged. But it's really not necessary. The important part about getting the endurance is getting the poise. And once we have 101 poise, investing in more endurance doesn't get a whole lot of value. It would obviously be nice, but I just can't imagine that we're going to have enough spare stats to make investing into much more endurance make sense. Dynas Finesse counts as a dodge. Well, it's a backstep. Which doesn't have iframes. But like for the purposes of this run, it would be a dodge. Because it's a reactive backstep, which can take you out of harm's way. But that's not just that kind of move is not just on Dynas Finesse. It's you have those like backstep kind of moves on all thrusting swords. I think if you press R2 and then press circle, it does it. At the point where I don't need much more stamina. I mean, stamina, obviously nice. Same thing with equip load. But I think damage stats are just gonna matter more here. Okay. Let's go put Prayerful Strike back on. But we're gonna be using Blasphemous Blade anyway. So we need to go back here and toss that in. I'll sub if you put Bernal's cape on. I don't think I've ever put Bernal's cape on. Let me go see what it looks like. Imagine. I think it looks like shit and just take it off. Oh, we have to go fucking do box shit. Alright, fine. Whatever. This better be worth it. Better be a cool looking cape, bro. That's all I gotta say. You really going at it for a sub? You know, I appreciate the subs, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm doing it to see how good the cape looks. I like subs. But looking badass is cooler. I like how short these small caves are. It's nice, you know? You have to find Bach in order for you to actually do his quest line. But we don't actually need to do Bach's quest line. We just need to get the tailoring tools. If you do a Bach's quest line, you can get armor transformations for free. But if you just get the tailoring tools, you can get them for like a couple hundred runes. Okay. 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 This has no business looking this fucking good, dog. I had no idea this armor set looked this fucking good altered. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. You can get the golden sewing needle from Church of Vows, which I think is only for remembrance armor. Someone get a mop for all this drip. Oh, come on. Scammed, bro. Absolutely fucking scammed. Stop with this dodging shit, Lionel. I don't know what you think this is. I don't know why I'm going for the... Oh, penis. I had the wrong thing out. Had the wrong thing out. Drink the thing, drink the thing, drink the thing. Okay, we're good. All right, there we go. Suddenly turned this run into a one-hit. I haven't one-hit shit, bro. I mean, we are over-leveled for this spot. That's for sure. These champions are never... They never put up the biggest fight. It's a silvery dangle of lobster. Bro, is Bernal BMing us? Making fun of your dumbass? Haha, look at the lobster. Bet you struggle killing the lobsters, old dumbass. Oh, sucky, sucky boy. All right. Can't deny the cape looks damn good. The cape does look good. There is this armor set over here. I want to go pick it up right quick, just in case it fills some sort of niche. I'm not sure it does, but just in case. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get my ass staggered off though. Yeah, my last experience with a Crucible Knight is anything to go by. Heal. Okay, so I'd probably have to Iron Jar Aromatic if I want to kill this guy. I could run past him and grab the armor, or I could not give a shit. It does? Oh, that the cape looks drippy. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember it having good holy resist, but I don't know how good. Running past it count as dodging. Because I'm allowed, just like with the rest of the shit that I run past, I am allowed to ignore the enemies. Because otherwise you would literally have to watch me kill absolutely everything that I ever come across. And that's not going to be fun. Okay. So does it serve any niche? Yeah, it legitimately has the highest holy damage resistance. Out of curiosity, how much poise does it have? Only 95. So you just combo this with something else that gets you 101. Okay, it doesn't look like 101's an option. 104 maybe? Okay, 104. So this would be the holy damage sets. Nice. That's what we call optimized right there, dog. So yeah, I mean that's probably what we use for like Radahn and Elden Beast. Probably Malekith. There's a lot of things that do primarily holy damage. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, bud. Okay, guys. I think that's all I'm doing for the night.